Okay, so let's start with warning signs for road layout. Warning signs, sorry, tongue twist. Let's start with warning signs. You get your road layout signs, and then you get your direction of movement signs. So, then you get your warning signs, road layout signs, direction of movement signs. So you get your first one is your crossroad. So that's your crossroad, which means 4 ways. So first come can obviously drive first. Then you have your priority crossroad. Your priority crossroad, it is likely you will need to stop or yield to traffic on the priority road. So which means that priority crossroad just means that this is the priority road, and if you're driving on this road, then you will have to stop or yield. So which means you have to stop or slow down to traffic on the priority road if there's any traffic moving in the priority road. And then secondary road is this one. So secondary road, you will have right of way, but proceed with caution. So let's say your secondary road, this is your main road, so you can drive straight to, you don't need to stop or yield, but you should be very cautious, like you should be very vigilant, you know. So it's basically priority crossroad, which is this one. And then you have your secondary crossroad, which is that one. And basically what they state with priority crossroad is, it is likely you will need to stop or yield to traffic on the priority road. And with secondary crossroad, you will have right of way, but proceed with caution. So then you have your T junction, which is just, your road running like that, and then there's another road joining at that point, and that's what they call a T junction. And then you have your skew junction, and that's also a skew junction. So that's skew junction, and then you have your side road junction to the left, so which means there's a side road that's making a junction from your left side. And then you have your side road junction right, so there's a road coming in from the right side making a junction to your straight road. So that's basically what they mean with side road junction left, side road junction right. One is side road junction left, side road junction right. And then you have your staggered junction first right, so staggered junction first right, so which means that the roads they stagger, like you get one road on this side and then that side, but your first road is from your right side. So staggered junction first right, so the first one is from the right side. That's it. Staggered junction first right. So staggered junction first left is this one. Staggered junction first left, so there's a junction coming in from your left side. The first one is from your left side, and then the second one is from your right. That's why they call it first left. And then you have your sharp junction to left, so there's a sharp junction connection to the left, and it's that one going to the left, so which means that there's a sharp junction going to the left if you want to go to the left. And this one is going to be a sharp junction from the left, so it's coming from the left and it's going into the main road, or your priority road most likely. So this one is going to the left and that one is coming from the left, and it's basically this sharp junction to left, sharp junction from left, and you have this one which is basically sharp junction from to your right, sharp junction to your right, yes. Then this one is basically sharp junction from your right. So this is from your right, that's to your right, and that's that one there, sharp junction. No, sharp junction from your right, and then sharp junction. No, that first one is sorry, I'm confused. Sharp junction to your right, that's the first one. That's this one. This one, sharp junction to your right, so it's going to your right, and then this one is coming from your right, so this one is sharp junction from right. That one is that sharp junction from right. Then you have your Y junction, which is basically this one, the Y, so it's making like a Y shape. And then you have your end of dual roadway left, which means that the left roadway, because it's a dual, it's two roads, but then it's the end of the left one, so the left one is making a join, so it's joining now with your straight road. So end of dual, end of two roads, and the left lane is ending. That's what they mean when they say end of dual roadway, and the left one is ending. And now they say end of dual roadway and the right one is ending, and that's this one. So the right, so it's dual lanes and the right one is ending because it's making a junction with the straight road. So it's a end of dual roadway in the right. It's that one, end of dual roadway right. And then we have beginning of dual roadway to the right, so it's the beginning of the double roads, and it's moving to your right, the one lane. And then you have beginning of dual roadway to the left, so it's beginning the two roads now, the dual roads, and it's making a split to the left. So basically that's what they mean when they say beginning of dual roadway to the right, to right, beginning of dual roadway to left. So now we will do direction of movement signs. Direction of movement signs. So what that actually means is that it's basically most of the times arrows directing you how the road conditions are, like how you have to move when you're driving. Like this one is warning you that there's a traffic circle, so which means you're gonna probably start moving in a circle, if you know how a traffic circle actually looks like. And then you have gentle curve to the right, which means that the road is making a gentle curve to the right. And then you have gentle curve to the left, so which means that the road is making a gentle curve to the left. So it's basically your traffic circle. That was the first one. The second one was gentle curve to the right, gentle curve to the left. And then you have your sharp curve to the right, sharp curve to the left. And it's basically this here, sharp curve to left, sharp curve to right, and then sharp curve to left. So then you have hairpin bend to right, hairpin bend to left. It's almost like a U-turn. So it's basically hairpin bend to right. So basically U-turn bend to the right and U-turn bend to the left, but they just call it hairpin bend to the right, hairpin bend to the left. And then you have your winding road first right, so which means that it's making like a first bend to the right and then straight. And then you have your winding road first left, so it's making a bend to the left and then straight. I want to quickly see if I don't see an image somewhere. Let me just show you a better vision. So this was basically the hairpin bend, the hairpin bend to the right, so it makes like a sharp turn. And then you have your the one that we just did now, the winding road, ahead, you know. So usually there was a winding road ahead, first left for 7 kilometers, which means that your first will be left, and then it'll come back to normal and then go straight, but that's for 7 kilometers. So that's how they will usually ask it in. The sign warns you off, and then you just have to say a winding road ahead, first left for 7 kilometers. So it's going on for 7 kilometers. That's how they usually ask it in a paper. So it's winding road ahead, and then your first left, because that bend is first moving to your left, and then it's coming back and then going straight. And then the other one is just the opposite. This one is to the right for winding road, first right, and then because it's making a bend to the right, and then that's to the left because it's making the first bend to the left. Then you have combined curves, first right, and then you have combined curves, first left. So it's combined curves, so it's like two curves. So there's the first curve, there's the second one, the first curve, second one. So that's why they call it combined curves. Because I actually don't know if you can see, that's your first curve, that's your second curve, that's your first curve, that's your second curve. So they call it combined curve. First to your right, then you have another combined curve, then you have your first curve to the left and another one. So that's curve number one, curve number two, curve number one, curve number two. That's why they call it combined curves. So on sketch it looks like that. The sign warns you that ahead of you is a, then you just say combined curve to the left. So combined curve first to the left, so which means you're going to the left, and that's how they usually ask you in the paper. And then the next one is a two-way traffic, which means that it's like, you get a one-way traffic, which means you're only allowed to drive in one direction, but yeah, you can drive up or down, because you can basically drive in two directions. And then you have your two-way traffic crossroad, which is this one. So we usually know that a crossroad is basically a four-way, so you can actually get a one-way crossroad, I'm assuming, which means it's a road crossing, but then you're only allowed to move maybe in one direction. But this is like a two-way crossroad, which means that you can move up and down. So it's crossing, and you can move that way and this way, and then you can move up and down. But then you get only crossroad where it's a one-way crossroad, I'm assuming, where you can only go in one direction. If you're coming from this way, then you can only move in that direction. If you're going from coming from this way, then you're only allowed to go in that direction. You're only allowed to go up, but you can't go in that direction. So you're only allowed to turn left, but you're not allowed to go right if you're coming from this direction. So you get a one-way traffic crossroad, and then you get a two-way traffic crossroad, which means that you can move in both directions coming from any side of the intersection. But for example, if it was a one-way, and if you came from the bottom, then you're only allowed to move straight or turn left. And if you came from your right, then you're only allowed to go straight or turn right. You're not allowed to turn left. And in this case as well, you're only allowed to go straight, turn left, but you're not allowed to go right. If it was a one-way traffic crossroad, but for two-way traffic crossroad means that you can go up and come down. You can go that way, come this way. You can go there, you can go there, you can go there, you can go there. So there isn't actually like a certain direction that you can only move into, like a one direction. You can move in whichever direction you want to coming from all four sides, and that's what they mean with two-way traffic crossroad. So the first one was this one was basically a two-way traffic, and then this one is a two-way traffic crossroad. So one is a two-way traffic, the other one's a two-way traffic crossroad. So the one going up and down is a two-way traffic, and the one going sideways is a two-way. It's a traffic crossroad, a two-way traffic crossroad. So then you have your right lane ends, so which means that coming from your right lane, it's ending now, and it's intersecting with your straight lane. Then you have your left lane ending, which means your left lane is intersecting now with your straight and it's ending. Then you have your concealed driveway right. So usually it looks like this in the paper. This sign warns you of concealed driveways ahead, left and right. So yeah, concealed driveways ahead, which is left and right. So usually you have your concealed driveway from the right, and then you have your concealed driveway from the left, and then you have your concealed driveways from left and right. So that's basically I don't know if I okay, I'll just show you the right lane ending and then the left lane ending. So it's right lane ending, left lane ending, and then you have your concealed driveway right, concealed driveway left, concealed driveways left and right, which is concealed driveway right, concealed driveway left, concealed driveways left and right.